Hello, guys. Sorry we're a little late. Well, I'm a little late. Gorak's not able to join us, I assume. Today I'm going to be talking about the very sensual, very sexual, and very fun movie, Michael Bolton's Big Sexy Valentine Special. This was recommended by Gorak. I can't wait to hear what he has to say about the movie. But Michael Bolton's Big Sexy Valentine's Day Special has everything you'd ever freaking want. It has everything. It has action. It has suspense. It has great music. It's a bit of a musical. The very sexual and sexy Michael Bolton is, of course, in it. This movie was made by A Lonely Island. I think it was written by A Lonely Island and Michael Bolton. The movie, of course, starts off, he meets up with Santa Claus. And before I really jump into this, I forgot to give a shout out to all of the podcasts that we follow and support. You can find that in the description below. Hi, Sparks. If you haven't seen this movie, Michael Bolton's Big Sexy Valentine's Day Special, not sure if you'd be interested or not, but spoiler alert. The movie starts off with Michael Bolton. He meets up with his old friend Saint Nick, Santa Claus, and Santa informs him that the elves have made too many gifts for Christmas, and due to it being Valentine's Day, which is Michael Bolton's specialty, he wants Michael Bolton to come out with a Valentine's Day special to help conceive enough children by Christmas. 75,000 kids by Christmas by doing this Valentine's Day special. And it's kind of in the style of like the old QVC commercials or ads, but there's like celebrities answering the phone while the special is going on. Some of the notable celebrities are Bob Saget, Louis Anderson is in it, and several others are on that line. And then you have, of course, Andy Samberg of Lonely Island and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He's in it. Comes later. But Michael Bolton's starting to do the special. He sings very sensual and sexual and fun songs. He gets interrupted by Kenny G, who they then do like some kind of a musical off where Kenny G plays very sexually on his, I think it's a trombone. No, it's a saxophone, I think. He's playing on that, and you got Michael Bolton singing the way he sings, and they're battling back and forth. Kenny G ends up saying, well, we were doing a great jam off musical number, and Kenny G leaves out the window. It's fun to note that Michael Bolton at first thought when they were going to fight, it was going to be with a gun, and he pulls a gun out. He throws it and it shoots a cat, and that's a whole hilarious scene. He's like, you just shot a cat. And Michael Bolton's like, oh, that blood, it was already there. I didn't do nothing. It's notable to state that because when Kenny G, played by Andy Samberg, jumps out the window, it then cuts to the real King. You guys are weird. Then Michael Bolton's doing his little special musical number. He shows people like the dorm or whatever, the love dorm, which is just his bedroom. And that's a really fun segment because he's like, this is where the magic happens. He's like, my bed. I forget the exact wording that he used, but it's hilarious the way he says it. I don't want to get too far into like what some of the joke about spoilers. But the way he says that shit's hilarious. And then there's another really cool, fun segment with a doctor, a celebrity doctor. But he has like this virtual reality headset for lovemaking, and Michael Bolton puts it on, and he enters this virtual reality segment with this woman, very attractive woman, trying to seduce him. And he goes to have Cialis because even in the virtual reality world, you need some help. This movie is ridiculous. He ends up going through the drawers. He finds the Cialis. It's empty. He has to go to the pharmacy in this virtual reality. He goes there. He finally comes back with his Cialis, And lo and behold, they're interrupted by the doctor, who has a virtual reality headset on too, because it's his wife. And him and Michael Bolton are fucking deucing it out. They're just like, they're like duking it out, fighting. And the virtual reality headset, you don't see anything, but Michael Bolton's, and then like, I'll let you have to it, and takes off the headset, throws it down, and leaves. Then we are greeted by another musical number. Michael Bolton is getting ready to sing, and he's interrupted by punks, and he does this huge like Grease type dance Broadway thing, singing old time rock and roll, which I thought was cool. We find out the whole how the choreography happened, which is a lot of fun, because they're like, don't, and lay it down, don't touch the piano. Like you'll see when you watch the movie what I'm talking about. But they go through that little musical number. Then trying to remember what exactly came next. So much shit happens in this movie. It's fun, it's quirky, it's kind of dumb humor. So if you're not into that kind of humor, if you're not into like the perverse, funny, like not necessarily funny, but the perverse, weird side of humor, you might not like this movie. Michael Bolton, his wife, well, not his wife, but he's going to ask her to marry him. And he goes into this musical number of Gold Digger. He doesn't make it to that part. He only sings like the first couple verses, and then he gets interrupted by his wife, who is texting him saying, "I'm sorry to do this over text. There's another man in my life, and he's inside of me right now." And he gets all heartbroken. He breaks out into song again. And they're like, "You're Michael Bolton. You can move the hell on." So Michael Bolton's still trying to save Valentine's Day. But then we find out about this mattress firm guy who's all upset because on Valentine's Day, everybody is ruining mattresses, and this mattress firm has a lifetime guarantee. Yes, Sparks, look up this movie. It is fantastic. I thought so, but not everyone will think so. It's not for everyone, I'll be honest, but it's on Netflix. About the whole ordeal. Mattresses are being ruined due to Valentine's Day and Michael Bolton, because he sees the special, and Michael Bolton's like, ruin them mattresses. So then he decides to take matters into his own hands and try to assassinate Michael Bolton during the special. Michael Bolton is standing there singing his music. He's going all out singing, and the mattress firm guy goes to shoot it. Santa gets shot. Santa's dying. He unveils that he is Michael Bolton's father, and then he perishes into dust. I watched it with my friend Carrington, and she said she didn't necessarily hate the movie. She just would never see it again, and that's like that for a lot of people. That's just this kind of movie. He perishes into dust. Santa does. And Michael Bolton looks up, and he's like, "Oh, the timer is slowing down. We even lost one somehow. So what am I going to do to fix it?" So what he does is he gets this vision of Kenny G. And Kenny G told him that you lost your luscious locks, and that's how you lost your touch, or something like that. So he goes into his final form, which is peak 90s Michael Bolton. So it's Michael Bolton with long hair. And he sings, "When a man loves a woman." He sings that song. And the numbers go off. But then the numbers stop. They ran out of people to conceive, and it stops at one more. One more needs to be conceived. And that's when the love of Michael Bolton's life comes out. And he's like, "What are you doing here?" And it's like it's like kind of you can feel the tension, if you will. And the woman says, "Well, there is another man in my life." She unveils that she's pregnant. And she's like, "I couldn't find any other way to say it." And that's when he proposed, and then they got, that's a weird wording that she used earlier, but we're going to blush past that because now there's romance involved, and she was the one to save Valentine's Day. So therefore, Michael Bolton actually legitimately saved Valentine's Day, but that's not the end. The mattress guy is coming out handcuffed. He's being walked out in handcuffs, and Michael Bolton's all upset at him because he killed Santa. And then the mattress firm guy starts getting bigger. He's growing a white beard. And Michael Bolton's saying, oh, that's right. He is turning into Santa because if you kill Santa Claus, you become Santa Claus. And then roll credits. And the credits are rolling. And we do have a really cool ending musical number that didn't quite make the original cut of the movie, which Michael Bolton comments. He's like, I told them if it's not in the movie, I ain't doing it. But it's a nice little Cupid musical number that's kind of out of time and shit. But that's a cool number, which they need to do a sequel, that Christmas special, so we kind of see how it all plays out. But guys, Michael Bolton's Big Sexy Valentine's Day special, that was kind of me glossing over the summary. That was me talking about the movie a little bit. Now let's kind of go through some things. You have Michael Bolton, who of course plays himself. Adam Scott is in it. He plays himself. You also have Louis Anderson, Sinbad, Bob, Kenny G, Fred Armisen. You have like an all-star cast of people. And this fantastic film and this beautifully done masterpiece, if you will. It got, you're probably wondering what its ratings were. So I will give you the ratings. It got 6.8 stars on IMDb. On IMDb. And it got, let's see what it got on Rotten Tomatoes, shall we? Sorry, I'm not quite, I didn't come really prepared. I wasn't ready for this, sorry. Because I didn't think to look at Rotten Tomatoes. The Tomatometer gave it 100%. This movie got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the audience score was 60. So this movie is freaking good. I'm not sparring anyone else watching. Those are the only two that's commenting right now. But go on Rotten Tomatoes, I'm not lying. This movie, let's see if I can find the budget. Nope, the budget ain't even freaking posted. Sometimes that happens. But the movie is spectacular. It's a great Valentine's Day film. 100%, of course it fucking did. But Michael Bolton's Big Sexy Valentine's Day special is because it's, I think it's the only one that got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. So, guys, go watch it if you haven't already. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. If I'm the reason why you watched this movie, I'm sorry. Blame Gorak. He's not here to blame right now, but blame Gorak. I personally, don't come at me, I personally give this movie a 7 out of 10 because it was not be serious. It was meant to be a silly, quirky, dumb comedy, and it succeeded astronomically, and it's probably one of the better silly comedy films ever. Sparks, do not blame me. It was Gorak, I swear. It was Gorak, I swear. This is his fault. That's probably why he didn't show up. Like, he knew the hell that's going to ensue. Love you, Gorak, if you're listening to this. Hope you're getting good sleep, brother. Michael Bolton's Big Sexy Valentine's Day special. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit that share button. If you enjoyed this episode, share it to your friends so that they can get my idea on it or my thoughts. If you didn't, just blame it on the podcast. Yeah, blame it on us in general. We're the ones that introduce you to fuck shit. I'm about ready to change our Reacts channel's slogan to We watch it so you don't have to. But we do watch some great films. I think I'm going to blame you both. I mean, I did force you, but you told me you would. But guys, that was Michael Bolton's Big Sexy Valentine's Day special. If you enjoy this podcast, check out the other ones in the description below. They are amazing. If you didn't enjoy this podcast, check out the podcast in the descriptions below, because some of them are better than this one or equally as good. I love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in. It is much appreciated. Not the best decisions you've made. Say being friends with me is not the best decision they've made because of the fuck shit that I have them watch and have to listen to, because I listen to some weird music and watch weird movies. But guys, tune in to Pink Sock Podcast. Next week, we will keep you posted on exactly what we're doing, what is going on. As always, live long, rock hard, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. I hope you enjoy Michael Bolton's Big Sexy Valentine's Day special, and I hope you had an amazing Valentine's Day. And as always, live long.